we said that she'd be better with a mallet than the blade. So I had the 2-ball or whatever, the Odyssey, the old one, so great taper that one. What happened to the screen? Did it rip?
There's a big rip back behind it, and I think he just took another screen, placed it
Oh, I
on
guess
top.
that's so terrible. I came like 2 weeks ago and the AC was broken.
Yeah.
I came in here, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I played for like 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I'm not.
Well,
I ended up going down to Green Chasers and just hitting irons down there.
Well, I had this fan, I guess when they had that thing, the AC turned off, this fan was running overtime, right? And you can see there's plastic, like somebody got pissed. There's some plastic parts that have been around here.
Oh, God.
Probably hit that, so this thing's not working as hard as
Oh,
I want.
God.
I found like the plastic piece for that, the other top piece is broken.
Jesus.
So, I mean, some of these people are animals though,
Yeah.
you know.
That was a good one.
I think that was my best one. That's why you warm up, right?
Yeah. I just try to get a little more speed. There you go. That's good contact.
Yeah, and you can feel the difference too when that happens.
Oh yeah. You could tell too, like when if your club speed and ball speed are very too close, you know you're not making good contact. When you see the difference, that's when you know you're hitting it solid. There you go.
Good swing. So do you still have your membership here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't been here, honestly.
Because every weekend you've just been on the
I've
course.
been playing every Saturday and Sunday, literally for like the last 4 months.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's
It's a
just
good problem to have.
Right? That's what I
It's a good
say.
problem to have.
Yeah. It's crazy. I've been playing more in the summer than I was in the winter.
So, at least as far as what I can see here, as far as the setup, it looks like your right foot is closer to the ball than your left. We want to kind of reverse that
Shimmy
just
a little bit, okay.
Okay. As far as our hands go, I think we got a little bit too much of a forward press. You see how your hands are over your left thigh here? I'd like for them to be more just inside of your left thigh.
Okay.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that gets that club a little bit more neutral.
Okay.
And starts to close that face a little bit at the bottom as we kind of do that just a little bit. So left arm collapsing on us, that's the big thing right there from what I see.
Is that maybe also due to my hands starting too far over on my left thigh? Like, does that go into play with that, or?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. But more, you know, more to the essence of what we really want to try to do is we want to try to make sure that this right elbow here stays extended.
Okay.
Okay, so if we look at JT right here, you see how he's keeping that right arm kind of straightish. There's only a slight bend right here. You can see right here for you, everything starts to collapse and your hands get really close to your head.
Okay.
Okay, we want to try to keep the width, we want to try to keep our hands as far away from our right ear as possible.
Okay.
Humanly possible without our arm getting dead straight. Does that
Gotcha.
make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
A little woodwork going on over there.
Okay. I guess I need to turn down the TV or something.
Yeah.
It was weird. It just kept getting louder. Like it sounded like something was like
Yeah, no,
coming this
they're
way.
probably hanging something up.
Okay. But you can see that with that kind of happening, we're not really getting a shoulder turn, right? So
Okay.
you see where your shoulder kind of starts here and kind of goes,
Mm-hmm.
okay? We'd like to kind of see that kind of go down a little bit, right? And kind of keep our arms there.
Okay.
All right, so let's kind of go and then just come through here. Okay, just kind of losing angles because we didn't really create any angles. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Big thing. You can see that we're right there. All right, so what I want us to kind of work on here a little bit is that we're going to try to, I'm going to try to kind of work a little bit in reverse. I want to kind of get the, kind of like what we did on the one session where we kind of had, starting to compress the ball a little bit. I want to get back to that kind of session a little bit,
Okay.
with you a little bit. We'll try to work on the arm structure a little bit. But right now I want us to kind of, if I kind of jump in there on you real quick, I want us to kind of work on more of holding the structure or hands out in front of us a little
Okay.
bit, right?
Okay.
You can kind of see it's kind of like this and everything kind of collapsed back on us, right? So I want us to just kind of get to where we're about, hands about here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not really worried about the wrist hinge per se, but right here. Then I want us to just kind of,
Well,
right, and hold the position. Does that make
at
sense?
the end. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to kind of work a little bit in reverse just here, and then boom, hold the position.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
and what I'm just going to try to get you to do is just start making more solid contact
Okay.
again,
Mhm.
and then we'll start working on the arm structure. Sound good, guys?
Sounds good.
Any questions of what you guys saw in there or anything like that? Rob,
No.
anything?
Good.
Great, great. Okay, so it's just kind of a small swing, and just kind of hold the angle. All right, see how your arms are collapsed right there?
You don't want them to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
So I want us to kind of set up again for me.
Yep.
Yep. So here we go. I'll give you kind of a feel. So it's just going to be kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right there, and then there you go. Okay.
Gotcha.
So just maintaining that structure out in front of us.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to start on this area first, and then we'll get to the other
Perfect.
side. Okay. There you go. So it's just kind of like a low punch shot or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, maintaining that structure out in front of us. Okay, let that weight transfer just a little bit. Okay.
I actually got one of those boards
Did you?
for the weight transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was having that problem, like getting my weight forward. Cause I drop a lot of weight, so getting, just like move the weight
Yeah.
forward. So tough to get that back in your head.
Yeah. I built one here.
Did you?
Yeah, I built one. It's got kind of, I did a few extra things that really force you to get down on
Mm-hmm.
it. Okay, good. You see how you're keeping your arm structure out there? That's
Yep.
good. Okay.
I feel like I'm getting under it,
Good.
which is what you want with the iron, right?
Well, we want to hit down on it.
Okay.
Okay, we want to hit down on it, but the big thing is making sure that we make sure that we're getting our weight moving forward and our arms out in front of us, right?
Okay.
And that's going to help compress that ball to begin
Okay.
with. Okay.
Gotcha.
Good. Okay. Go ahead and set up for me. Okay. So, here we go. Okay, good. So now we've got our hands just inside of our left thigh right there. The butt of the club's pointing just left of our navel.
Mhm.
You kind of have kind of this kind of thing where you kind of get like this. a
And then
little
I
bit.
could feel the weight transfer. It goes too far forward.
Correct. But
Mhm.
what happens if I do this, your shoulders start to open up. Now, here we go. Now we've got a good chance of doing what we're trying to do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Okay, good setup. Good swing. Good swing.
Click.
Did you hear
Yep.
the cool click? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
It's like we hit the sweet spot in the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so be mindful of your setup, okay, where your hands need to be, and let's just keep working on that, okay? don't know. That's going to be an interesting one.
Because that's close and it's so, I remember when I played it before they closed, it was,
I would
It's a
bet
good
you
course
probably
overlook.
here pretty soon.
yeah.
I mean, they've got their winter residents about to start coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Good. One more time for me.
That one's nice and close.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really ready for Morris Bridge to start opening up again.
Yeah, when is that happening?
There you go. See how we've got a little bit of an angle there?
Mhm.
Good job.
More little too, I think, inside that.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta keep that arm structure out in front of us. So here's the story on Morris Bridge, if you wanna know it. So,
You told me last week you were telling her about like the sinkhole thing.
sinkhole. So there wasn't a sinkhole over there, so they sent a company over there to check to see if there was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they hit a pipe. That caused a sinkhole. Right?
So the non-existing sinkhole became a sinkhole.
Correct. Correct. And then they brought in some company to fill it up, and the thing went back again.
Oh.
So they're thinking sometime around January.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because that would be almost a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably like 9 months.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I mean, it's just. Yeah.
Even more so, it's probably a headache for you because you live over there, right?
Well, here's going to be the next issue. I can already tell is that you're starting to have some issues at 54 in Chansey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to see some dig outs. I'm starting to see some concrete leaving. I mean,
Yeah.
those roads are not meant to be used
All
that
the
much.
traffic.
Right.
Okay, let's play that a little bit more up in our setup, just a smidge,
Okay.
okay? Good. There you go. Good swing.
Totally felt that difference there.
Good job. Look at that. That's what we're going for right now,
Okay.
okay? Since we haven't been practicing and working on it, this is where we need to start at.
Is there anything you want merchandise-wise from the Ryder Cup? Like,
No.
no? Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I figured I'm gonna be there, so if you want like a shirt or something.
I mean, I love merchandise. I hate sitting in the merchandise tent half the day while golf is being
Yeah,
played.
right.
I'm like, oh my God. I remember I had to do that for the Masters, and I'm sitting in line, and I'm like, and now teeing off is Tiger Woods. And I'm like,
Like, can you hold my spot in
I
line?
had 3 hours of sitting in a line to get a couple hats and a shirt. There you go.
Got it.
I just wish they had like a little lady that had, you know, like those Hispanics you see like in Mexico where they have like the shirts up on.
Right, They just walk
around. Yeah.
Hey, a Castile, Castile.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
the way to be. It's the easiest way to
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'll take that very much. You got any beer in there too? Come on, take some of that too. There you go. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job. Okay. Do this one more time. We're going to videotape this so you get to see it. All right, you hear that click?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Good. See how you're keeping that left arm straight,
Mhm.
right? We're not trying to do anything fancy or funky, right? But that's just naturally how we do things. Good job of keeping that right elbow straight. And then look at that. Great follow through, great finish right there.
That's awesome.
Okay, so that's all we really need to kind of focus on right now. Now, as we start to move through, right, trying to keep that left arm straight a little bit, and then next thing is trying to keep that right elbow out a little bit
Okay.
for us, right?
Okay.
Instead of letting it kind of collapse a little
Mhm.
bit on us. But that's about it. Okay.
Cool.
Any questions?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going with
No,
this. I
no.
want you to kind of grab onto this feel.
Okay.
Okay.
And put it all together at the end.
Yeah. All right, and then you know, once we start to feel good about this a little bit, then we'll start to lengthen up the swing a little bit
Okay.
and see if we can start going. But
Perfect.
right now, it's just trying to get back to making solid contact again, right? Good. That's good. Set up one time for me, please. Just gonna give you a feel. So we're here, right? Good. Just loosen that face just a little bit. So loosen up those forearms a little bit. Okay, so okay, go. I'm gonna kind of move the club for you. Ooh, come on, let me move it. There you go. There you go.
Gotcha.
Okay. So there's a lot of tension in those forearms, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Loosen it up a little bit. There you go. There you go. Okay.
I think the reason why I have so much tension in my forearms is because I'm emphasizing trying to keep my left arm really straight.
Okay.
And I think that's why I'm creating so much tension in my forearms.
Okay. Okay. So I do get the point that we want to keep the left arm straight. Okay. But if I were to think about it, that's going to be more of a motion or a feel where I'd have with my elbow.
Okay.
Does that make sense a little bit more? I don't want to kind of feel like my
Like
forearm
lock it.
straight,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I just want to feel like my left elbow kind of locks in place a little bit, right?
Okay.
That's going to be kind of more the feel, right? I don't want to put a lot of tension in my forearms per se, but I definitely want to kind of have this kind of motion where I can let those wrists be free.
Okay.
Does that make
Loose down
sense a
the
little
wrist.
bit?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
if I'm really tight, right? That's why you're kind of getting this ball a little bit out to the right a little bit. It's because we're kind of still a little tight as we're
Okay.
trying to come through a little bit. And just allow that club to kind of do what it naturally wants to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. And what that'll do, one, it'll help close up the club face, and two, it'll help start to generate more speed.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Better. Okay. See what our distance away from the ball is. Face was open a little bit there, right?
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Mhm.
Okay. So go ahead and set up one more time for me, please. So I'm going to have you get a little less knee bend, a little less. There you go. Can you see your shoelaces?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now what I'm going to have you do is scooch in a little bit closer. There you go. Okay. So I think what I'm kind of seeing here is a little bit too much knee bend, and our hands are a little bit far out.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to get you to do is get your knees up and get our hands a little bit closer to our body, just a smidge, okay?
Just like this?
Yep, and give you a little bit wider of a stance. There you go. Good. Get this guy right there.
And ball closer to the left foot, right?
To
This foot?
well, yeah, but we're getting that kind of closer to the center. You
Okay.
got that up over here,
Okay.
right? So I'm just kind of moving that back to where the arc would be. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Good. Okay.
Whoops.
It's okay. Right, I put you in a new position. You're used to being further away. That's normal.
Didn't get under it enough there.
That's okay.
That was more. But like you said, new stance.
New stance. We're in a little bit closer than what we're used to. Allow these hands to kind of be There you go.
Okay,
Good,
naturally.
good. Now we created
Okay.
a nice little angle there. Good, 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 good.
But standing now in this new position, I don't feel that tension so much more
Okay.
in my forearms now.
Good.
I feel like it's not
Right, and I
more
think,
control, right?
right, right, and I think that's because we're kind of doing this, right? You see, if I put my wrists like this,
Mhm.
I put that tension in there. If
Mhm.
I get those wrists like this, I don't have tension. Tension, no tension.
Yeah.
Does that
Okay.
make sense
Yep,
a
it
little
does.
bit?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so just creating a little bit of that angle with that wrist a little bit, allowing that hand. Yeah, there you go. So here and then angle there.
Gotcha.
Okay, great.
Felt it more in my wrist now too.
Good.
Flicking.
You can feel the release of the
Mhm,
wrist, right?
mhm.
Not just kind of holding on.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Okay, right. There you go. Set that angle. There you go. Hands a little low. Good. Good work.
Have you ever used those Arco sensors? You ever heard of those?
Oh yeah, I've never used them.
Yeah, I got them. They're so cool.
Isn't it? It's from what I understand now. They've got like the Arcos that goes with your club. They've even got like a rangefinder that
That's
goes.
coming out soon, yeah.
And it will tell you, like, you tell what the distance is, and it'll
Yeah.
have like a whole, hey, you usually pull or hit
Yeah,
this
it's
shot.
Break
And
down like where you can make up strokes and everything like that. Your average drives and.
that's
It's-
amazing.
And I put a thing in my pocket, it's like a TikTok thing, a
Mhm.
Tic Tac size thing, and I mark the pins. So it tells me how far I am from the pin whenever you approach it. It's crazy.
It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, the data you can get is unbelievable.
It's all that crazy AI stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
That's it, man.
and
You're gonna have a great golf swing, but it's gonna come take your job.
I-
All right. So let's try to get that out of the ground a little bit, okay?
Oops.
And it keeps score for me, so I feel like it keeps me more dialed in than having to worry about do all that stuff.
Absolutely.
One less step.
Yeah.
All right. Set those angles. Set those hands a little low. There you go. Good. Very good. Let me check your grip here real quick.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got control of the club or not?
I do.
Okay, okay. So let me just kind of take a look at grip, make sure we're good there. So let's take this guy off for me. Okay. Do we feel that pad on top?
Mm-hmm. Go a little lower.
How about that? You feel where the pad is there?
No, I don't feel it anymore.
You don't feel it anymore? You don't feel this pad over
Oh,
there?
this pad. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I feel that. Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you were feeling before?
No.
Okay. So that's what I was trying to get at right there.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
I was feeling more so the bottom of the club right here.
Okay.
So it's too
Okay.
high up.
So I want you to kind of think about this, right? Now get this guy, right? Want to get this pad, this meat pad right here over top of the club.
Okay.
Okay, what I think I see from you is it's kind of like getting in the palm here a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I was feeling it. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, good.
Just a little bit lower.
Okay, so here we go. Let me kind of help you out here. No, that's,
Nope.
nope. So I'm gonna help you out here just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So here,
Mm-hmm.
just like that, pad over top, feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, feel how much more that left,
Mhm.
it's in that left hand now? Alright, so it's gonna. There we go, so here, there we go. There you go, okay. Bring this guy on in. Overlap or interlock, which one are you?
I always put my pinky, lock it somewhere,
and
Yeah,
where your index
yeah,
finger?
yeah.
Perfect. And now we got our thumb there. Good. Okay. Does that feel different than what we had before?
Mhm.
Okay. So let me kind of do this before we get all kind of crazy, just to kind of go back to the grip, okay? Grab this guy. Just kind of work with this mold here. So get that in the fingers. Good. Very good. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Just takes a little time to get used to that. Okay. Feel that pad?
Mhm.
Okay. Feel where your fingers are?
Mhm.
Okay. So do me just a little favor here, okay? Just kind of take the club and kind of move it around a little bit with your wrist. Okay, move it up, down. Okay, does that feel a little bit easy? Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's the big one I want to make sure of, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so making sure that we get that pad on top is going to help hinge that club up a little bit. Okay,
Got
if
it.
I start to get that in the palm, that might be where we're getting that a little bit there. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does.
So just kind of re-grip that a little bit a couple times for me. Good, feel that pad on top, feel where those fingers are. Okay, good, all right. And that's something I'm sure we've gone over quite a number of times, but
Yeah.
it's just something you gotta
We do,
keep,
yep.
gotta keep addressing at times. There you go, wait. Okay, so let's try to put that, okay, good. You feel the pad on top?
Mhm.
All right, so let's just do this now that we've got kind of a new grip, a new setup a little bit. All right, good. Okay, just give me that same small swing that we're working on, okay? And maintain that structure out front of us. Good, again. There you go, better. Okay. So move this guy back. Move this guy up. There you go. Okay, so now we're getting more of a square toe line.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's going to get our shoulders. Whoop.
No, I saw you. Don't worry.
All right, but if you kind of see right here, okay.
Mhm.
So drop that right foot back just a little bit for me. Okay. There you go.
Mhm.
Now you're in a good position. Okay. So our body lines are getting a little bit open on us. We want to feel like we're a little bit closed. Okay. So one thing is we want to make sure that your right foot's back just a little bit from your front foot here.
Okay.
Okay. I see it's kind of like this for you. That
Okay.
gets our shoulders open just a little bit for our setup. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see if we can hit that same small shot. Feel that club in our fingers. Feel that pad on top of it.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, good.
I got it to move.
You did. The big thing is I'm seeing the face a little bit more closed now as you come through on your follow through than where it was open.
Okay, perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Those tiny little adjustments.
Micro adjustments.
Literally micro.
All right, right foot back behind the left. All right, there you go. Hands down a little bit. Good. Good work right there.
Thanks.
All right, keep it going. So what you guys got on tap for the weekend? What's going on today?
A lot of house stuff today.
I'm about to say house cleaning, shopping.
Cleaning, mowing, power washing.
Wow. What are we power washing?
Just like the house
Oh.
itself and like the driveway and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you have like one of those little circular things where you go like this?
No, we gotta get one.
Yeah, we have to
actually.
get something.
That is so much, because I used to do driveway doing this, and now I've got one of those circular things that's like vacuuming. It's just like
Oh,
done.
we'll have to look. See if we have
Right
it.
over next door. Go over to Home Depot, get you one. Probably cost you $50 to $60. Good, good, good.
Tomorrow we'll probably go down to like St. Pete for the football games.
Yeah. Hang out outside.
I'll head down to the beach.
No,
Yeah, well, kind of,
Oh,
same
okay.
area,
it's
yeah.
I have a buddy that lives down there, so they have like outdoor bars and stuff, like TVs to watch the game.
Where you gonna go in Fergs?
I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know the name of it.
Okay.
We haven't been. We've only been down there once. We went to some steakhouse in the water, which was nice.
Nice.
Forgot the name of it though. See if I can find it.
There you go. Good job.
That slightest little step back with that right foot.
Right? Makes a big difference, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Gets you to get to the inside of it instead of staying on top of it. Good. Right? Right foot back behind the left, right hands down just a little bit. Right, and maintaining that structure out front. Good swing. Good job.
Park Shore Grill is a real.
Okay. Cool.
That place is very good. We brought our dog. We can sit outside.
That was a nice one.
That was nice right there.
Sorry,
I like
Rob.
that. That was good. I was watching that. Good click right there. Good job.
You can hear it too. So like when you get that feedback and you know.
Good.
The only thing I hate like hitting off mats is you can't hit it fat.
No, you can hit diving as hard as you want. You're
Right.
going to still get ball.
Right.
Right foot back behind that left. See, yeah, there you go. See that thing sneaking up
Mhm.
on you there a little bit? Good.
Yep.
A little quick with that one, right?
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
short, a little quick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Allow that club to kind of set back there just a little bit. It's not a full swing, right? But we do want it to set. Okay. Good.
Snickaroo.
But one thing I do see here, just a little bit, it didn't show up on that. But I think we had the ball a little bit too far up in our setup there.
Okay.
Okay, so that was getting kind of played more where I'd probably play like about a 6 or a 5 iron.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks so much better.
Look at that arm structure. So much better, right? When we look at JT, right? See how those arms are?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm seeing from you as well. Okay. I think I'd just like to see that right forearm start to cross over that left one a little bit.
So it's more like,
All right, so if we kind of see where JT is right here, so if we kind of go, right there. Okay, you see where JT's at right there?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I see. Instead of so
Right.
much.
And you're
Like
kind of
this.
like that, right? You
Yeah,
see
like-
how there's some
yeah.
space?
Mm-hmm.
So if we could just get that forearm over, right, that's going to get that face to close for us a little bit.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because if you're like this, we're really open,
Uh-huh.
and then once we start crossing over, it closes it.
Yes, so we want to kind of have that feeling when I get here, right arm taking over left. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Mhm.
Instead of just, you're doing good here, right, keeping that structure out, but we're just kind of leaving that face open like this.
Okay.
So we want to kind of have more of this motion.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, now get a little bit more of that weight going into that left heel back behind you a little bit
Okay.
too.
Got
Okay? Let's give that a couple tries, okay?
You got it.
All right, so just feel like it's just left of your sternum, right? Kind of underneath your sternum, good. All right, and let's let those forearms kind of cross over as we come through gently. Yeah! You hear that little click?
All right. Let's look
Okay.
at that one.
Let's
That
do
was
it again.
awesome.
Great work. Okay, did you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's do that again, right? Feel those forearms kind of crossing over a little bit.
It's crazy. One thing I never realized down here, how much the humid air takes distance away.
Oh, huge. Huge.
I went back, I played up in New York, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, like you just did the
Oh,
super
fuck.
bench, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, so they had a couple of drives like 280, I'm like, I wasn't touching 240 down here.
So I've got a kid that's on the mini tour right now. He's from Iowa, and he's like, I used to hit like 320. He says now I'm hitting like 280,
Yeah.
290. What's the deal? So you
humid.
take 13% off of whatever you're used to,
Yeah.
and take that off the top.
It's crazy.
So now what we're working on with him is he's used to having a high ball flight,
That's what I have, yeah.
right? So now he's got to take that and pull it down to get the distance that he wants.
Right. Yeah, everything's so high.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's why I was telling the guy before, especially up north, you need to have that high shot, because every green complex there is elevated.
Right.
Florida is not. It's
Right.
kind of, it's more on the ground and it's rolling into the water.
Right.
So you can have that flatter, that in Texas, you can have that flatter trajectory. But once you start to go north of Atlanta, yeah, we start to struggle.
Right.
Oop, that was bad.
My brother went and played Wolf Creek in Vegas, and he hits like 300 here.
Mm-hmm.
He hit a couple 400-yard drives. I'm like, it's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fucking insane. He was sending me like the tracking thing. I'm like, oh my god.
Bring this guy back just a smidge. Yep, there we go. Good. Okay. Okay, good. There you go. Good. You see how that face is closing on you? Good work. Okay. Just kind of get those body lines a little close to your target. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Feel like somebody's going to throw a high and tight pitch on you.
My setup was a little wonky there.
Yeah, see, it seemed like there was a couple lines kind of missing there, right? So try to get that right foot back just a little bit, right? Feel like you're just kind of set up there good. Okay, good. Bring it up good. Okay. So we can flare this guy out just a little bit for me. There we
Okay.
go. Good. We're going to bring our hands in. Shoulder closed. Okay.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's going to help you quite a bit.
I was like, thank you. That was just a tad too far away.
No, okay. Perfect. Give it a shot.
Is that better?
Better.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Okay. All right, just feel like that left shoulder's high and tight on you. Okay. All right, so let's go through our setup here.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so remember, just stand right on over your head. Okay, so let's put our feet together. Okay, take the left, right, take our right hand, put it right there on our belly button, or on our belt buckle, I mean. Push our hips back. Do we feel a little tension in our hamstrings?
Mm-hmm.
Crack our knees just a little bit. Equal steps. Bring that right hand back on in, and then let the club come down naturally. There you go. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now the only thing we gotta make sure we need a little bit here. There you go, good. And then again, just kind of soften up just a little bit. There you go. Okay, good. You can probably, there you go. That would help you quite a bit too, right? You're a tall lady, so we don't need to choke down. Does that make sense?
All right.
Good. Give you that setup here, and then for the remaining 10 minutes, I want to kind of focus a little bit on the upper arm structure that we kind of saw and talked about,
Got it.
and then give you your homework.
Yay, homework.
Good. Good. Do you feel a lot of weight on your left side though?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to try to get the, I don't mind that we've got weight on that left side to start off with the iron a little bit, but let's try to get it more about 55, 45. Does that make sense?
Okay, so a tad bit more. Okay, yeah.
A little bit more neutral with our feet. To me, it just looked like we were kind of like this. Does that make sense? So I just want us to kind of get more to a 50-50.
Like forcing the weight, basically.
Correct. Forcing the weight a
Yeah.
little bit, right? Just kind of let your, like a free throw, right?
Yeah.
You're standing up for a free throw. What would our weight distribution be?
Even, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, setting up for a free throw. Just a little bit. We don't need to drop it back so far back. Okay, so here, let me kind of do this for you. Okay, so here's our toe line. Just inside, yeah.
Okay.
Just inside. Maybe a half ball or a ball or something like that, but that's all we need. There you go. Now wait, we got a lot of weight on that front side again, right?
There we go.
Okay, get back to a more neutral, and now here's the other thing I see. Stay right there. So, for a 9-iron, right, you're reaching to go get it because you've got it too far up in your setup.
Okay.
Okay, so this is more where we need that ball to be. Does that make sense? Okay, so more here, right? Now if you go ahead and set up for me, okay, you don't feel like you're reaching so much to go get it, right? Okay, good, good. So that's more where we need to kind of be right there. Okay, and I think that's why our setup's getting funky. Does that
Gotcha.
make sense? Yep. Okay, give me a small swing here. Good. Okay, once again. Good. There you go. One more time for me. Now, go ahead and set up for me one more time here. And I'm going to ask you a couple questions here. Pop quiz. All right. How does the grip feel? Do we have that pad over top of the grip?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Where do we have our weight distribution? 50-50?
50-50, but a tad tiny bit more on the left.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. I don't mind 55-45. I'm good with that. Okay.
Okay.
With the driver, it'd be the other way. Okay. And do we feel like our hands are making that angle?
Yes.
Okay, good. Give me a small swing. Let's go. Maintain that structure out front. Good. Okay. All right. So for the last little part of what we have here, let's talk about the arm structure up there. Okay.
Yeah.
What we kind of worked on here was just getting back to the basics, the foundation of what we're working on, but really just trying to get that ball to compress, right? What do we need to kind of do? And what I really saw when we got here was just kind of everything kind of collapsing on us. So really working on trying to maintain our arm structure out in front of us, just as practice goes. We don't need to have a full swing, but just something like this where we feel it and feeling our weight transfer as we come through delivering, getting that little click that we want to hear, right? That's what we're trying to go for right there. Now, as far as the arm structure goes, set up for me, okay? Good. All right, so as we come on back here, let's bring it on back and let's talk about it as we go. Good. So right here, okay, you can see that this is kind of an issue right here. Okay, so you see how you've got your club up and away up here, right? And we don't have any wrist hinge.
Want to be.
We want to be, so here, let me kind of show you what we want to kind of do here. So it'd be kind of more, and I'm just going to kind of, if I went like this and like this, that's where we want to kind of have that hands wrist set. Does that make sense? Okay, but you can see that you're kind of like this. Does that make sense? Yeah. So want to kind of have that feeling, right? And it might be we just kind of go like this and then turn, right? But then all we want to do from this point is just kind of turn up, right? And try to keep that structure out away from us. So getting the shoulder to turn and up, okay? So that's something we're going to have to kind of work on a little bit, okay? But making sure that I feel like this is out. There you go. Keeping about 60 degrees of angle right there, okay? And then we have to get our shoulders back to turn behind it. Does that make sense? Okay, there we go. Good, good. Okay, so that's, yeah. So I can tell that we need to work a little bit on our shoulders, okay, getting those stretched out a little bit. That's a little tight for us a little bit. So we want to get back, I'll put this back down. So we want to get back to doing the drill, okay, where we had the club across our chest and starting to get a feel for what our chest needs to do, okay, and then start bringing our arms into it. So let's take that away real quick, okay. Let's bring this guy on in, put him right across our shoulder line, okay. We're going to put the long end out towards the target, so go just like that, perfect, okay. Club's dropping everywhere. So there we go. So I just want you to turn that thing to the top here. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Do you feel how much more your right shoulder is retracting back behind you now? Go again. Yeah. Okay. So it's just not the arms that are making the movement. Okay. It's going to be the chest. And if we can isolate that movement pattern right there, good. Perfect. Right. Okay. Now what I'd have you guys do, okay, I'll take this from you. Go ahead and let's turn again, okay? Go ahead and try it again. Yeah. All right, so what I would kind of do as a drill, we'll take this, okay? And then, let me see your hands. Bring your hands out to me, okay? Just push against my hands. Push, 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 push. Good. Okay. You don't need to lock that. There you go. Good. Okay. But this is what we need to kind of work on a little bit. Get her used to having those arms out and away from her body. Okay. I wouldn't even work with a club right now on that. Okay. Just get her used to getting those hands out and away. Okay. So let's start that again. So go ahead and do that again. Right across the shoulder. Right. Turn that to the top like we did right there. Good. I'll take that from you. Push your hands against mine. There you go. See where we're at right there? That's where we want to be. Okay? That's just going to take time. Okay? But the more we can practice this, the more you're going to get used to getting those hands and arms away from you. Okay? Let's do it one more time for you. Right, good. Good. Good shoulder turn. Great shoulder turn. Push your arms. Just push your hands against mine. Perfect. Okay? Now, if we don't have old Rob here to help us, okay, we got old trusty Wall, right? So if I kind of see if I can kind of do this, right? If I get like this and I go, boom, push. Okay. Okay. Keep my arms out and away. Right? I think I see like a YouTube video out there that kind of goes like this. If you go like this, something like that on the wall. Not really sure if that's exactly what we're trying to go for, but I've seen something like that. But really for you, just kind of get here, get maybe an object right there, turn, drop it, put my hands out there. Right, get a feel. Okay. Right, it's going to feel like for us, like my right arm is extended as much as possible. Right, but it's not going to be because it has to. Right, but getting that arm extended. Okay. That's the big thing that we got to kind of work on with that structure and stuff like that. Any questions? Actually, I think I've got, let me see, real quick. Yeah.
I think having you there though for me to push would be better.
It's just feel. It's just the feeling.
And dropping and.
Yeah, it's just the feeling. You can do it yourself. If you go back and look, you can see if your arms back like this. If you go in the garage and swing, or in the backyard and swing. Record it.
Did we ever get one of these?
No, we did not get one of those.
Okay, so let's kind of put that on in there real quick. So that's what I like about this. Got your grip. There we go. Good, good. Just like that. I think we worked on this before, didn't we? Good. So we'll get you just like this. Good. Take it right here, here, here. Get that hooked right onto your arm just as so. There you go. Okay. So that really gets you to push that out and away a little bit. Okay. So getting something that kind of pushes it out and away is what we're kind of looking for. Whatever can get those arms extended away from that chest is what we're looking for at this point.
Perfect.
Does that make sense? Okay. So the other thing that you can kind of do, and I think I've got it in the car, this might help as well, is if you put a flugel on your right arm. Have we ever done that before?
Have we?
What?
Let me see if I can.
A swimmy, like a swimmy.
Oh, yeah.
So if I put this right here where your elbow would be, right? You can't collapse it. Does that make sense? So if I get you to kind of get like this and I just start to feel it, then it keeps that width.
I do have like the strap thing that goes up over the elbow.
Yeah, that would help too. That would help too, as long as she just doesn't do, because that can kind of get the elbows there, as long as she keeps them out in the way. But I can kind of see sometimes people do this.
Right.
So that's something you got to kind of pay attention to. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we go. Set up again for me. Okay. I'm gonna get this guy just a little bit down. Okay. Come on. Bring it on back for me. Yeah. There you go. Okay. That really gives you a resistance, right? Look where your left arm is now. Perfect. Let's do that again for me. Okay. There you go. You don't need to get it so far back behind you.
Okay.
Okay. Imagine there's a line right here. We don't want to go back behind it. Okay. Good. Once again. All right. So if I was standing right here. There you go. Good. Good. Okay. Don't go back behind my face. Does that make sense? But right there at my face is perfect. Okay. Good. One more time. Feel a little pushy on that one? Feel like, okay, so here we go. One more time for me. Okay. Good. So as you kind of go. There you go. There you go. Now everything's working in a circle. You're not pushing back here. Good. Okay. And that's, if I got your left arm right here, that's fine. Okay. You don't need it dead locked like this. If I got it right there, oh, that's so much better. So much better. Okay. So does that give you a good feel of what that right arm needs to kind of do? It needs to feel like it's kind of extended on us just a little bit. That keeps that left arm out for us a little bit and keeps that width that we're really looking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No, not that I can think of. It's just, I'm glad I got the short swing down. Now it's just putting it all together, but it just takes practice.
Takes practice, but you know, as far as like the basic practice of what you need to do as far as your movement go, I would just get here and there, okay? And just, you know, the big thing is, as far as that's concerned, just make sure that you feel like your forearms are rotating over as you come through. Allow your right arm to overtake your left as you come through, okay? And that's gonna help close up that club face. It's good that you're holding that structure, but I don't want to be like this, okay? I want to be more like this. And it's going to get me to finish more towards the target, okay? Instead of kind of under the target. Does that make sense? A little bit there?
Yep.
Okay. Rob, any questions or anything I can answer for you? Okay.
That was awesome.
That's all I got for you guys.
That's
So if
awesome.
you guys got anything, let me know.
We
Good work,
appreciate
guys.
it. Thank you.
Good work.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No.
Well, you're playing it. I mean, it's